Guys, I know you've seen the thumbnail. If you did, let me show it to you again real fast. Passport Bros Worst Nightmare. That's the name of the show. Now, it's going to be a great show. I got my man Bill here and his lovely wife, and I'm going to bring them up soon. I just want to hopefully go over some rules and regulations. Hopefully, nobody, please be disrespectful. Don't do that. It's not very cordial or nice. And take shots at me. I don't give a damn about you. Take all the shots you want, but don't take shots at the guests. Please be respectful to the guests. That's all I can ask for, right? But a little bit about the Philippines. This is what I found on Google. Philippines, from my residence in the beautiful state of Kentucky, it's 23 hours and 40 minutes. Yes, I said it correct. 23 hours and 40 minutes to get there. Population is 115 million. It's a country in Asia, in case you didn't know that. It was founded in 1899, January 23rd, 1899. So, with that being said, just give you a brief synopsis of what I found on Google. I didn't go too much into detail, but look, I ain't got to say no more. I got a residence from the Philippines and a band who's been there a few times to the Philippines. We're going to bring them up. How you doing, ma'am?
Good morning,
You good?
sir. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. I got some strange man in the back named William. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, he's my husband.
Okay, well, I guess I could bring him up then. Hello, strange man.
Hopefully.
This strange man, I didn't know who he was, man. I just got to make sure you was aware of this man. Trying to portray to be your husband. I'll make sure I got the all clear from you to make sure it's all good. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. She's a fighter,
Good.
right? And she was fighting somebody yesterday. She said,
Oh, okay. You had to go from the shoulders, as we say in my neighborhood, huh? Well, hopefully it didn't last long and you knocked him out real fast. Hopefully it wasn't a situation where you had to send nobody to the hospital, but just had to get him straight. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you're a free woman and not in jail or locked up. Thank God for that. With that being said, the title. What did y'all thought about the title? Will? I'm just curious. What did y'all thought about the title when I made the title of the show? A passport bros worst nightmare.
yeah, it's perfect title because, well, it's Visa. It should have been obtaining an American visa is worst night. Something like that. It's Visa that's the nightmare.
And so,
immigration visa.
Okay, and I want to do this real fast. This is kind of an idea what
her sister did get a visa to come live with her relatives here. She had some relatives in Ohio. It took her. When did she get that, Salami? In January?
February?
February. You know, she applied like a year before COVID ever hit.
And she just got it past February. Yeah. Is that what you got to look forward to? A damn near 3-year window?
It's looking like that.
Jesus Christ, guys. That's why I called it a nightmare. But like I said, passport bros or it's nightmare. But it seems like you try to get visa.
Yeah, visa.
And that's more bigger the issue. So let me show guys some of the information that was sent to you guys via because you were trying to apply for your wife for a visit. Let me show this. So guys, you see this.
That's from the immigration service. That's to our lawyer.
Yeah. So this is a email they was sent to them to their lawyer. You know, and if you look on it, says the earliest you can submit questions is April of 26, 2025. Guys, it's 2024 right now. They said the earliest. They could submit a goddamn question. Is in April 2026, 2020. That's crazy to me. Do
And
not
I
contact
see
me
you
before
also sent you that screenshot, Tim, of when we applied, or when the lawyer applied and they accepted it.
You can call me Hink if you want to.
Yeah, people might not know who I'm talking to then if I say Tim. But he
Yeah,
also
that's
said
right.
that we applied last year. We applied in I think March, and they accepted the papers in June of 2023.
Mm.
And
So,
so
man,
the
look,
earliest you can ask a question is April of next year.
that's what they said. You got to wait a whole calendar year for you to ask another question. And you better be a direct question, because if you ask the wrong question, you might not get an next question for another year.
They're not polite. Do you still have that paper they give you in? Remember in Oman when we applied? Do you still have that paper in Muscat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hold it up to the camera. Let Tim see that one. Man, they're rude as hell on everything. Baby, do you have the paper? That paper they gave you when we applied in Muscat? No.
I don't know where I put it.
It's okay. So we applied just for her to visit when we were in the Middle East, and they gave her. They didn't even do anything. They didn't need to see. They didn't want to see anything. They just gave her a letter saying she had. They had us pay. They had us go to the interview, and then in the interview they didn't even want to hear her talk. They just gave her a letter that said, "You don't go." Basically, it says you don't have shit. There's no reason you need to come to the U.S.
Jesus Christ. So, since you don't have any what they consider value or any property or anything of worth, they like, what you won't come here for? Is that what you think? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And she was working in the Middle East. So, of course, she ain't going to have anything in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Middle East, I mean, they're not good to Filipinos anyway. They wouldn't even give her job contract, so it didn't even look like she had a permanent job in the Middle East. They didn't want her to. They didn't want her to leave or anything, even go on vacation. So they wouldn't provide her with her contract.
So how do you pronounce your name, man? Help me out with that. I don't want to call you by the wrong name.
Baby, he wants you to say your name.
Say your name. Pronounce your name.
Salumi.
Salumi.
Salami,
Yeah.
just salami.
Did I say it right, Bill?
No, just say salami.
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 Yeah.
Oh, you talking about like the meat?
Yeah, just say it like that.
Okay. All right. I got it. I can do that. Salami. Let me ask you this. How's it been on you? How's this process? How's it taking a toll on you? How does it make you feel?
I feel like disappointing because some others are I think they get easy to come in the US, but me, I'm still staying here more than how many years, baby? 1 year, more than 1 year.
Yeah, over a year.
Over a year.
And you said your sister has just recently been granted.
Yeah.
Man. So how does she say it's been for her since she's been able to come over?
She's enjoying that. And she's wishing to be there also to get my visa.
So let me ask you this. Are you gonna miss your family that's still gonna be there, or are they gonna try to come over too?
I think first me, baby, right? Then after my family.
Yeah, if they want to. Some of them don't. Some of them like where they're at. But I mean, I go over there every other month. I tell her we'll go back as much as she wants. Okay. It's a lot easier to visit than it is to to live there. I mean, I'd starve to death if I lived there. Wouldn't I, sweetie? It's a food rough. It's easy to visit for a month. I stay for a month, sometimes 2 months, and lose a lot of weight and then come back. So
and fatten up again.
Every month. Every month.
So Bill was telling me about some of the delicacies over there. Bill, what is your favorite meal over this beautiful countryside?
A salad. Salad's my favorite meal over there.
Y'all be ashamed of yourself.
We actually found a nice little. So what people do is they're like, pretty much everybody over there, they got these sorry stores, and it's just their house, and then they'll put some bars up, and then they'll go to the city and get potato chips, sodas, everything, and they just hang them up on the bars. Then you can go over there and buy them for 10, 15 pesos. You can get whatever you want. And then some people convert their houses and they'll have like a little restaurant. They'll sell stuff out of it. Like our sister sells quake and sodas. But we actually found a little restaurant beside where we live, and they kind of got some American food. Try to do American food. I mean, they got hamburgers, they got pizza. But like if you eat cheese over here, they don't understand what real cheese is, because when you eat cheese over there, it tastes synthetic. It don't taste. I don't know what it's made of. It ain't made out of cow milk.
It's ordinary cheese.
No, it's not ordinary cheese.
You heard what she said. It's ordinary cheese. That's what we're gonna call it.
They got McDonald's. We eat at McDonald's about every day, don't we, sweetie?
Your favorite?
So is the McDonald's over there good? Is it good?
Identical. Except for they sell rice over there, and they don't sell rice here. But they got chicken, rice.
Rice anywhere.
Yeah, rice everywhere. Anywhere you go.
So you're going to get a Big Mac and some rice. Is that what you're telling me?
I never get the rice. She gets rice. She eats rice 3 times a day, man. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And get mad at you if you don't get rice. Oh, I want rice. I miss my rice.
Rice is life.
So when she moves here, Bill, you better make sure she has a cabinet full of rice so she can cook, buddy.
Tim, you should have asked her what's her favorite delicacy over there.
Oh, well, I'm scared to ask, but let's do it.
What's your favorite food?
Baby, remember lechon manok?
No. I'm talking about the balut.
What is that?
Tell him about balut, Barry.
Baby, tell him.
So balut is they take a duck, they hatch a duck. I don't know how a duck gets pregnant versus not pregnant, but they take the ducks that are the eggs that are fertilized, and then they incubate them, and they have it. They count them. You can buy 14 days, 16 days, 18 days,
18 days, 19, 22 days.
22 days is a full duck ready to hatch.
Yeah.
14 days is like the embryo, and it's got not the bones yet. 18 days has got some bones. Anything after that, it's got feathers. Dude, they eat those. If you said every night, let's go get some balut, you would be king of the Philippines. They would love you. Every day, let's go eat some balut.
So what is it? Something like they boil it or something?
I don't know how they cook them. They're always in they have them in a like a cooler, like a styrofoam cooler, and they're warm, so they cook them under heat light, maybe boil them. I don't know.
I think they cook at the heat light.
So that's oh my gosh! Shout out to Blues. I don't think I'm gonna be partaking in none of that, but it sounds good for those people who like it. Are you a fan? Are you a fan of it? Are you a fan of it, Bill?
Hell no! It tastes like death, man. It tastes like a dead animal.
Poor guy.
Tim, so a couple weeks ago, I was over there and I said, "Let's go get balut." We got our brother with us.
We're gonna get this thing right.
For us, so So I said, let's go get some blue and treat some.
Right.
He went to the mall with us. I bought him some tennis shoes. This dude, I don't think he's ever had tennis shoes his whole life. I bought him some Nikes. And we stopped. I said, let's get some blue. We stopped and get some blue. And I said, I'll try it. I think she got 3. He got 3. I got 1. And I sat down. I opened it up. As soon as the baby duck was in there, I picked the baby duck up and his brain falls off of his head. And I was like, fuck, I can't eat this. I'm not going to eat it. He's like, are you playing with your food? I'm like, it ain't my food. I ain't eating it. Segoy takes that duck, opens up, and just drops the duck in his mouth. And then takes some vinegar, squirts a little vinegar. He's happy as hell.
It's delicious.
You are. Shout out to the baby ducks. God bless. So Bill, you see that and you like, hey man, I can't do it.
Yeah, I tried it and that's good. I'm good, man. It's not what they say. It ain't good. It tastes like eating a dead animal.
So
uncooked dead animal.
Well, that's what it is, Bill. Is that probably the most squeamish thing you had to eat in the Philippines while you was there? Was it something else?
That's it. They got a lot of chicken. That's leche manok. It's
Leche
like
manok.
rotisserie chicken. They got a lot of that. It's pretty much it. Everywhere you go, you can get that. And then they got leche bad boy, which is pork on a skewer, and that's good. That you can get that pretty much everywhere. And we'll go to the food court and we either live off McDonald's or that when I'm there.
Well, look, I don't think my lady will survive over there in the Philippines.
You got a lot of side options, that's for sure. You can eat rice.
She has to eat McDonald's, and
Only McDonald's.
I'm not a big fan of McDonald's, but if that's what I have to eat, that's what I have to eat, right?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm only a fan of McDonald's when I'm there. And it's like that's all there is. That's all there is. They got a Jollibee's.
Yeah,
they're Asian countries, man. They're obsessed with this Jollibee's. This Bumblebee themed restaurant. They're obsessed, man. They love Jollibee's, but I don't like it. It don't taste good. We actually just got one in Orlando, and I ate there. It's a little different than over there. Still the same quality. It's not good. It's like a Dollar Tree McDonald's.
Oh shit! Not the Dollar Tree McDonald's. This is funny, man. You know the great thing about it, man, is how did y'all guys meet? That's one of my questions. How did you guys come into contact?
She works at a hotel at Swallow Gardens in this spa. This like a nail salon.
I think we lost.
It's a women only spa where women go and get treated and stuff. And I was visiting everywhere.
Hold on. How did your creepy ass get in there then?
I didn't go in there. I was staying at the hotel. It was a big spa and hotel.
Okay.
And so we just start hanging out. And then I posted her on Facebook. My mom's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "That's my bodyguard." And then I just started going back to the Middle East and hanging out. And then she applied for a visa, and then I start seeing how they treat like immigrant workers pretty shitty over there. So I was like, just go back to the Philippines. And then I just started going to the Philippines.
And you told your mom she was your bodyguard, right?
Yeah, first, and then we started kind of made a relationship.
She's only about 4'11". What is she gonna bodyguard?
Yeah. Well,
how tall is she?
She's about 4'11". She's tough though. She likes fighting. She wants to. I bought her brother a telephone, and his wife took his telephone, and she wanted to beat up. I guess her and her brother's wife got an altercation yesterday, throwing hands on each other over this telephone. I was like, it's your brother's phone. It ain't your phone. Like, if it gave it to his wife, he gave it to his wife. Just because I bought it, don't make it mine. I gave it to him. What'd she do? Lose connection? There ain't very good service over there.
Yeah, she lost connection. Hopefully she comes back, man.
What time is it? It's 7:30. Everybody's waking up. I told you the internet gets slow, man, when everybody's waking up.
So, guys, in case y'all didn't know, me and Bill talked, and he did let me know that the internet was an issue over there, unfortunately. Another reason why my lady probably will not be riding with me or flying with me, because I ain't going to say driving when I go over. She will, but she's going to hate the internet. We'll see. Here she's back.
Well,
Internet's,
it depends now. It depends
okay,
if
here
you
we are.
stay on. If you're on like stay in the cities and stuff, you have good internet. But like Muscat, I mean not Muscat, but Manila, Bohol, that island, they got good internet because it's just a tourist island. Just Devo, that city, it's got good internet. It's just when you get out, like Panabo and it's like that island right there. What island is that, baby? What island is Devo?
Small.
Samal.
Some
So
islands.
it's nothing but it's open. It's mountains and stuff. You get down here, the internet's kind of shitty. But like the big cities and stuff, I hate them, man. I mean, so people don't have cars. A lot of people don't have cars. Scooters is the main transportation. So if you ain't got a vehicle and you got a scooter, or you don't have a scooter and you got to ride a pedicab all the time, which is like a motorcycle with a extra seat on the side with a little car that they all take. It's like 15 pesos anywhere you want to go. You have to live in the city in order to get anything, right? To eat, get your groceries or whatever, because most of them don't farm because the ground's wet all the time. You can't grow anything. So the cities are crowded, man. Like when you get to the city driving, it is like, I just cussed on it, baby. I just cuss. It's cars back to back. They cut in front of you. They're on the side of you. You think they're going to run into you. There's scooters going left and right everywhere. Right when the very first time I went there, I didn't think I could drive there. I mean, it is just like how you see in the movies sometimes, like they show like China or Asian country and there's just like a million people in one spot. That's how cities are. A million people in one spot.
Well, I was on the Google and I just described, I think it's the population there in the Philippines is 115 million. That's what it said. I don't know how true Google is, but that's what Google said.
It's a bunch of different islands though. So some islands might be super populated, like Semel Island. Semel Island is this little island. I guess it's Semel Island chain, but there's an actual island called Semel close to Devo. You got to take a barge to get there. It's not as populated that much because it's touristy, so it's expensive. So like Filipinos can't really go there that much. So it's not It's not really populated. It's good to go to. There ain't a whole big population. And then there's an island Bohol, which is nothing but tourist stuff. For diving, we went there. We went diving. There's some kids that went viral on Facebook that walk around and sing songs and take donations, and it's not that populated either. But you go there, you ain't gonna see majority of Filipinos. You're gonna see majority like Canadians and Europeans and stuff like that. Because Filipinos can't go there; it's just too expensive for them. And it's not populated that much. But the cities like Davao, Tagum, Manila, they are.
Manila mas danger and a lot of population in Manila and very crowded.
Yeah, they're scared to death of Manila.
Why?
I was walking around. She kept saying I'm getting ready to get mugged. I went and got a tattoo. I just walked around and found a tattoo parlor.
So is Manila? Is that the hood? Is that the ghetto?
Every city is, man.
Oh God.
Tim, think of all right. So here's how.
He's eventually gonna get my name. He's going to get my name.
Hank, people can't visualize here in the U.S. You can't like it would it. You know, we give to homeless and stuff, but people can't visualize what like a third world country really is. Like if you go into a house, dirt floor, made out of bamboo, you can see right through the walls because it's just a bamboo standing up. It's got electricity. They just like look like somebody took some lamp cords and ran across the ceiling, hang up a lamp, and then people live in houses like that. And they're happy. Filipinos are super happy people. They're happy no matter what. Because they don't need a whole lot to be happy. They're happy with what they got. But that's their house. They're living there. They got a hand pump. You got to go outside, pump your water into a bucket. If you want to take a poop, you go Some of them got toilets with lids on them. I mean, they don't have lids on them, toilets. And then you poop or pee or whatever, and you take your bucket of water and pour the bucket in there in the hole, and you're good. You want to take a bath, you take your bucket out there and you pump the water in it. You can take your cloth, get naked, sit in the bucket, and then wash yourself off.
So no indoor plumbing at all.
No, there is, but like a lot of people can't afford it. Like we got it. And then this house, when we bought a house on some land and it didn't have any plumbing, but I bought an electric water pump and we had it plumbed for plumbing too. So if they can't afford it, they can't afford it. I mean, that's an extra bill is that. So if you're making, so I think it's 4,000 pesos is the average salary over there. 4,000 pesos is like $80. Let's see here. It's 20, 40, 60. Yeah, $80. 4,000 pesos, 80 US dollars. She was working in the Middle East and she was happy. She was making bank. She was making 420 US dollars a month. Working 10-hour days, 6 days a week. And her salary, she got paid every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, she got $210 US dollars. She was happy. She thought she was fucking making money. So, like her brother, he does concrete work for us over there. He built a wall around our property. He's added on rooms to our house, all in concrete. I pay him 5,000 pesos, which is $100 a week, and he's making more than the regular most people's salary.
Damn. Oh, okay. She's back. Let me see. Here we are. We got you.
Maybe the signal, sorry.
Where do you keep going?
No, you fine.
No,
I mean, I understand.
I sit here now. I'm outside.
Okay, now you got signal. They love plants. They like flowers and stuff. They all got to be in pots. It's hard, I guess, for one to grow in the ground because it's wet. It rains every day almost. It's still raining every day over there.
Yeah, baby. And also now it's cloudy and dark.
They couldn't do the concrete. Her brother couldn't do the concrete for a couple weeks, but she stopped paying him, I guess, and made him do it anyways in the rain. I tell her pay him anyways, whether he's working or not. But she's cold blooded.
She said, "You don't do the work, I'll fight you." Is that what she said?
That was his wife. She did. She wanted to battle his wife.
She had to lay hands on her ass. I understand. Hey, you get out of line with my brother. It's family. It's family, man. You can't mess with family. Huh? I understand. You got to do what you got to do. It's family. But let me ask this. Let me ask this question real fast. Is there a backup plan in case this doesn't happen?
She wants to move to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong very peaceful.
Yeah, I would easily live in Hong
traffic.
Kong. Yeah.
You said
no,
no
I don't
traffic.
know. I was thinking. I told her I was thinking about just moving over there and just staying indefinitely until she got her visa. All you gotta do also, if you're married to a Filipino and they can't get a visa, right? So it's taking whatever. If you fly out of the country with them, which there's like 8 or 9 places they can go that they don't need a visa for.
It's for free visa only.
Free visa. So we've been going to those countries now. But every time we go to one of them, we went to Singapore, 3 months ago? Went to Singapore. And then last month we went to Hong Kong. But every time we come back to the Philippines, they stamp my passport for 1 year. So I can stay there for 1 year, no problem. But right now, when I fly over there, I'll only stay for 30 days. But if you take your wife out of the country and come back to that country, they'll give you a 1 year visa. You don't have to apply for it or nothing. It's just automatic. They just stamp it as soon as you get to the airport. But if you overstay your visa, they don't care. They just charge you when you leave the country. I overstayed mine for like a week one time, and then they charged me. It was like 500 pesos, I think, which is $10.
500 pesos per day.
Per day. So, yeah, I think it was more than $10 in. But I don't remember what it was, but I know I was pissed off because they don't take card. You got to go to ATM. I almost missed that flight because I'd run out and get an ATM line and then come back in and then wait in the immigration line again.
So you had to? Did you have to give them their currency, or could you give American currency in cash, or what?
Only pesos. They only take pesos. Their currency. Another thing about the Philippines that a lot of people don't know is two villages. I don't care if they're a mile away or 500 feet away, other side of the road away. If they're different villages, they don't speak the same language.
So it's like Kentucky to Indiana, and Bill, you'll be speaking another language to me.
Yeah.
Dang.
It keeps them. That's what keeps people poor and keeps people where you don't know much of anything, because now everybody's got cell phones. Everybody knows everything, and they can communicate a lot better. But
yeah,
I've been with her and trying to communicate with somebody. Remember that time we were at the farm, baby, and I'm like, how can you not talk to her? She's Filipino, you're Filipino, and you're like, we don't speak the same language.
Bill, you know it sounds a little racist, right? You realize that, right? That sounds racist to you.
No, I'll tell you what might sound racist. I'll tell you something funny. So we're in Hong Kong, and we went and saw. We were at the Buddha statue, and we went down to Subway. We walked down. All the restaurants are down at the bottom. We're eating at Subway. If anybody's been at Buddha statue, all the tourist stuff's down at the bottom, and we're eating Subway, and my wife's talking to this little kid or whatever, and then she comes back. She's laughing. She sits down at the table, and I go, "What's funny?" She goes, "Oh, did you know they're Filipino?" I guess, yeah. I mean, I ain't paying attention. She goes, "I thought they were from Hong Kong. I mean, I thought they were Chinese." She said, I asked them how they know Messiah, how they know my language. And they said, "Oh, because they're Filipino." And I said, "What?" And she said, then they asked her, they said, "Why ain't you Chinese? How do you know Messiah?" And she's like, "Because I'm Filipino too." I said, "Well, Salami, if you can't tell the difference, how the fuck would I be able to tell the difference?"
Same eyes, baby.
You said the eyes?
Yeah, she said they had the same eyes as Chinese. They all got the same eyes. It's your height and skin tone. That's how I can tell the difference of Chinese, Japanese, and Filipino.
Chinese are too white.
Yeah, they're super pale and they're tall. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Japanese. Japanese are super pale and they're tall. Chinese are just pale and short.
Oh, Lord. Man, look here. I hope they don't come get me with these stereotypes Bill's throwing out.
That's not a stereotype. That's an observation, man. That's just an observation.
God bless. Please, somebody please pray for my channel. Look here, man. This is crazy. I look.
She stereotypes people too. She thinks everybody's American. If they're pale, they're American. I'm like, no, he's from Canada. No, he's from England.
Okay, so what about me? What about? Am I American? What they think am I dog enough to be Filipino?
Everybody's American to them whenever they see anybody, and they love Americans, man. They'll call you Joe. They won't call you Hank. They'll call you Joe.
Joe. Why Joe?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah. Why, baby? Why do they call it Joe? You never told me.
They came from movie.
Oh,
the movie. Yeah. Every time, hey Joe.
Oh.
Hey Joe.
Yeah, man, you be driving down the road and people passing. Hey Joe. Hey Joe.
So like Joe Dirt. You remember Joe Dirt with my man?
Oh, they ain't comparing me to Joe Dirt. It's possible.
Oh God. This is my lady. She said, "No, now, sir, it's clear you're black. Just keep talking to your own real self."
Maybe they thought that. Maybe they think that you are from Africa.
Maybe I don't know.
Because mostly here in the Philippines, if we saw black, and then they think that he came from Africa.
Well, it's probably closer than coming from the U.S. Oh, and Tim, you're wrong. It's not 25 hours to get there. You didn't count the layovers and changing planes. It takes between 32 and 35 hours to get there.
Okay, well, maybe they talk about the distance, 23 hours away.
If you probably had a straight flight,
yeah,
it's 24 hours. No, it's got to be more. It's 24-hour time zone. But yeah, and maybe if you had a straight flight, it takes 15 hours to go from. It takes 12 hours to go from Qatar to Florida, and it takes 15 hours to go from Florida to where did I go last time? Dubai. So you either go one of those places, and then it takes either between 10 and 12 hours to go from Qatar to Manila, or Dubai to Manila is 10 hours, and then it takes another 3 hours to go from Manila to Debo. So I'm adding 3 hours to my flight. So yeah, it would if you're just going to Manila, so minus 3 hours. So it takes about 28 hours, I guess.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, that's pretty much 2 days ate up in vacation time.
You're on a plane. You're on planes for a long time, man. It's a headache. I buy the whole row, so I can lift up the armrest and just lay down.
Yeah, I bet. My man, actual King Smith said, I was told, hey, Joe, was a holdover
from military.
World War II. It's just a popular culture thing to say. I know, that's right.
Oh, like G.I. Joe or Joe, I guess. Yeah, Joe. Yeah.
Maybe from the war, from the war.
Yeah. Was in.
But I don't think there was a war in the
army movies. Maybe army movies. We love to watch army movies.
Like maybe Full Metal Jacket or something like that.
I don't think they're good for you guys to watch.
Stallion. You know Stallion, baby.
No.
Stallion. He's actor.
Oh shoot! I think we lost again.
I think she's saying Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Rambo.
Yeah, she must be talking about Rambo.
Okay. Look here. I tell you one thing. What we ain't gonna do on this show, we're not gonna have her repeat the same line that they did in Luke Skywalker's Two Lives Crew. What can I get for $10? We're not doing that.
That's what I was saying. I don't think that's a good movie for her to be watching that Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
we love you a long time. We love you a long time.
Yeah, we don't do that here. We try to keep it all the way right and up on the.
Dude, when we was in Hong Kong, we were walking forever. We walked everywhere because I just like to walk. It's easier to see the city if you're walking. And she's like, "You want to get a foot massage?" And there's like everywhere. There's signs everywhere that say foot massage. It even got a picture of feet. Dude, we go up. I was like, "All right, let's go." And we went into the foot massage place. There's one chick, she's in a towel. And the other chick, she's in a see-through, like a teddy see-through. And I said, hey, can we get 2 foot massages? They're like, oh, we don't do that here. We don't give massages. And she grabs herself. She's like, we just do body rubs. We do body rubs. I was like, fuck, I was really wanting a foot massage. So we left. We went down another couple blocks. So there's another massage. I said, let's try this one. Same fucking thing. So no foot massages.
They just for the Robert Kraft, Deshaun Watson body massages.
Yeah, it's pissing me off though, man. I really wanted a foot massage.
You want them ugly ass dogs rubbed, but they was rubbing other body parts.
They got a sign that says foot massage. They need to follow through with it.
My man King Smith said, I cannot confirm or deny that I've in those activities.
He's got his feet rubbed before, ain't he?
In my military days, of course. This is the past. The real King Smith is saved and sanctified by the good Holy Spirit.
He got his foot massage and feet still hurt when he left.
That's right. I know that's right. Well, luckily they didn't rub nothing else out of him.
Maybe I was telling you about the foot massages in Hong Kong.
maybe they are entertaining only for the private. private purposes.
Yeah. Bill said his feet still hurt. He's still waiting on his foot massage.
Yeah.
Maybe if he's alone, they can take Bell. They can do massage.
Okay. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there, Bill.
She got me some foot massages in Boho when we were over there. She got me some foot massages.
So let me ask you this. I assume that's where y'all was saying that's those two parts of the Philippines are where the a lot of tourists hangs out, and that's where they reside and go.
Yeah, you can get American food over there in Boho. It's just it's a small island. It's like the water. It's like paradise, though, man. It's like to me it is. To some people, maybe paradise ain't sitting on a beach with the clear water and stuff. Because I scuba dive, the water is crystal clear. It's full of corals. We took a little boat out and got in, and there was sea turtles everywhere.
Big turtles.
There was corals everywhere.
That does sound beautiful.
She tried scuba diving a little bit.
I know when I Googled some of the images, it kind of shows some parts of the Philippines, and what I've seen was nice. I did like it. Like I said, the water was clear, a lot of greenery. So I'm like, man, look at this nature. It's all beautiful. The water's clear. The I guess the land side, it was just green, just trees, I guess. I was like, damn, it's nice over there. But then, I'm sure there's some rough sides to the Philippines that everybody, doesn't want to visit or go to. And sounds like you talking about that one place is the hood. Was that Moby? Is that the hood?
Manila.
Manila's the hood. Yeah, don't take me to Manila.
Don't go to Manila. You get out though away from the city, and they're scared to death. There's a faction called the anti-government, and they're like militants.
Oh God.
They want to overthrow the government. They're scared of them, but then they say the government's bad, and I'm like, you can't hate both of them. You gotta like one of them. If the government's bad and you got an anti-government, then maybe you're on the anti-government side. But I mean, they get violent. They threw a grenade in somebody's truck. They killed one of the people running for a Brongi last year, didn't they, baby? You said that one Brongi got shot.
Yeah.
It is countries. Egypt's the same way, and Egypt ain't a third world country though. But it's all based off of money. You can basically do anything you want if you have the right amount of money. If you're poor, you ain't doing shit. But if you have the right amount of money, everybody will take a bribe. You buy a fixer. So she wanted to get her license. I was like, "Oh, you can get your license." Paperwork takes forever, like years, to get your license, to get the paperwork to get a license, and then you got to pass your test and stuff. Well, if you got the right amount of money, you just pay somebody that used to work at the DMV or whatever, and they're called a fixer. They'll go take your driver's license test for you, and you have your license in a week. What did it take for you to get your license? 3 or 4 days? 1 week.
1 week, yeah.
They went and took the test for it and everything.
The fixer.
A fixer. They're called a fixer. You need anything done, you buy a fixer. We did electric at our house, and there was a problem with something. So the electrician's like, "Look, man, we got an issue with where the meter's going or something. It's not zoned for it or permitted or something. We're gonna need to get a fixer." I was all right, man. Get the fixer.
1 year. Almost 1 year if we don't have fixer.
Yeah, I take like a year of forced paperwork and stuff.
Well, let me do this. I got a super chat I got to read. So shout out to my loyal guy, Big Anna Levy. He's a certified hater. He said, "I heard the Chicago Bears are moving to the Philippines." The hell with you, Big Anna 11. I love you. I appreciate you.
$10.
I appreciate the $10 super chat. You didn't have to. You chose to, and I appreciate it. But this is not true. The Chicago Bears is not moving to Philippines. They may be moving to Arlington, Illinois, but not the Philippines. So go to hell, Aunt, you and your hateful ways. But I appreciate this $10 super chat.
They need something over there, a team or something. They love
Hey,
basketball.
they like
Philippines
basketball.
loves basketball,
Yeah,
but
So,
basketball.
they
do
need a
you like
basketball team.
do you like basketball personally? Who is your favorite basketball player?
Um, no, I like. I think he's Michael Jordan.
Mike. You can never go wrong with liking
Michael
Michael.
Jordan is famous.
Yes, he's worldwide known whether
Everywhere,
we like it or
Michael Jordan.
not. Michael
That was
Jordan.
Sorry.
Shout out.
Tim, her sister. When her sister got here, guess where one of the first places they visited? Michael Jordan's house.
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
outside, outside the house of Michael Jordan.
So, are you talking about the Chicago Bulls or what?
Yeah, Chicago Bulls. No, they went to Michael Jordan's house. Took
His
pictures in
actual
front
house.
of it.
Well, I think his wife owns that house, or ex-wife.
It's got 23 on the gate. The gates
Yeah.
to get in.
Yeah,
That
I
one.
think
Yeah.
he sold that. Yeah, he
Oh, they
sold
didn't
that.
visit his house then, baby.
No, yeah, they sold that, or it was up for sale at one time. I don't know, but yeah, but ain't nothing wrong with that. That sounds like a nice trip. I'm glad she was able to do that. Shout out to her. Shout out to Michael Jordan for having love over the Philippines. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Hey, look here. So, with that being said, Hong Kong could be the possibility if things don't go the way we want them to, right?
Great food, great atmosphere, beautiful people. Its infrastructure is like the U.S. It's about the same cost of living as here. I'm gonna tell you what, man. The U.S. Everybody acts like the U.S. is the best place, and I keep seeing on TV. Everybody says the poorest people in the U.S. still have it better off than Asian countries and third world countries. That's not true. Even some of the best people in the U.S. don't have it better off than here. If it just depends on what you're into. Like Asian countries that I've been to, Singapore and Hong Kong, and I'm pretty sure Japanese is the same thing. When they build these big apartment, but they're not apartments. They're suites. They're houses, but they're built like apartments, just giant skyscrapers. And they give the government based off of what you make. So and we took this tour of Singapore, and when they told us all the history and stuff, based on if you work at McDonald's and you're making $8 an hour or whatever, they tally it up and they say, okay, this is how much your mortgage is going to be, this much money, and you'll get a house, which is a giant apartment. And they said the apartments inside are like a New York style apartment. If you're a doctor and you make this much money, okay, we tally it up. This is how much you pay. You get in the same apartment, but you're paying for it's based off what your income is. And then every 8th floor, do you remember, baby, is it 8th floor or is it 11th floor? It's nothing but a giant garden. Every 11th floor is a giant garden. It's no apartments. You can go up there. It's a giant garden. And then you'll go 11 more floors and another big garden, 11 more floors and another big garden, because they love nature. And they want people to be in the nature. They don't want you to be stuck in technology and your phone all the time. And that's why there ain't that many cars on the roads there, because the public transportation, you can go anywhere quickly for almost nothing. We got on the bus and I was like, hey man, do we owe anything? He's like, if you want to pay, I mean, it's right here. But if you need to go somewhere young, just get on the bus. And we just ride around all the city on the bus. And in Hong Kong, there's subways that go everywhere. You got to buy this thing called Octopus card, and you badge in, and you go in. It's like 75 cents, I think. You can go anywhere. It goes all the way to Disneyland, anywhere in Hong Kong. And it's the same thing. Every so many floors, there's a giant garden. And I mean, it's nice. I would prefer somewhere where there's not a bunch of cars on the road. But everybody acts like it's communism if the government says you can't drive a car. But people that live in the city and you're walking distance from everything, what do you need a car for? Just because you think it's a status symbol, I guess, or something, or something like that. Like, that's why it's so crowded in cities, though. People don't really, you don't need to go anywhere, I guess. They got everything you need. So Hong Kong, personally, I think I would be happier living in Hong Kong. I mean, the ocean's awesome. Also, I think it would be not too hard to get a visa there. Singapore, I think it'd be difficult to get a visa for Singapore, but Singapore was really nice too. We went to Universal Studios in Singapore. We went to Disneyland in Hong Kong. Philippines, it's just hot. It's really super humid. And the food, I would probably die if I tried to live there for a long period of time. And so, like, there was a Canadian that just moved there. He retired and just moved there. And that's why I started traveling so much, because of life's so short. And when I got home last month, she said, "Oh, do you know the Canadian that lived by Jerry, which is her brother-in-law, lived by his parents' house? He's in the hospital." And then I think I was only over here for like 3 weeks. And I went back over there. And when I went back over there, she's like, "Oh, he died."
Damn.
So, I mean, and he just retired to start living his life. And he was getting ready to get married. He had a real pretty Filipino lady that he moved in with. And then he just randomly just died. So, I mean, the medical either. She blames it on the medical care wasn't adequate to keep him alive.
Yeah. So Bill, let me ask you this: your family, if you had to, I guess, pretty much partly relocate to Hong Kong, if that was the case.
Tim, you're hold on, the internet's getting slower. Something, your camera, I don't know if it's me. Is it me? Can you see me okay? Your camera's like stopped, and I can't hardly hear you.
Oh yeah, I'm good. And maybe it's on my end, because it's looking at the connection. It's a little unstable, and it's starting to storm here, so it might be the issue. Can you hear me?
I see you now. You're cleared back up now. We need to wait a second. Now you're back. You're back to perfect.
Okay. Yeah, it's starting to storm here, so it might be it. It might be it. What I was asking is, your family, how are they taking it that you could possibly be, maybe moving to Hong Kong, or have you had that conversation with,
I stay out of the. They're always. I stay out of the. I'm here less in the U.S. than I am overseas, anyways. They're always, whenever they say anything like, "Hey, next time you're in the U.S., can you stop by here? Next time you're in the U.S." They nothing would change really. I mean, because I could come back anytime I wanted to. She just couldn't come with me. I right now my routine is I stay over here for. It depends really on what I got going on, because I might only be over here for 3 weeks. Sometimes I might be over here for 6 weeks, and then I'll go back over there for a month or 2 months, and then I'll come back for 3 weeks or 4 or 5 weeks, and then I'll go back over until she can get her visa. I've just been doing that. And then I told her, I said, we can do that continue doing that if you want to keep in touch with your family back and forth. But she said she prefer only going back once a year.
Hold on, you talking about going back to the Philippines once a year?
Yeah, when she's over here, she said she just needs to go back once a year.
I mean,
I've become close to all her family and everything.
Well, I know we talked in the back, and one of the things I want to definitely have you discuss is talking about the cost of you flying back and forth. If you're cool with that.
Yeah, it's like airplane tickets like $22. It changes. It's like between $2,000 and $2,600 to get there and back, a round trip ticket. And then to be over there for a week, and this is me taking care of myself plus her, and then I give her family money when I'm over there too, and buy them stuff because they can't afford nothing. So I bought like all of her nieces and nephews' bicycles last time I was there, or two or three times ago when I was there, and then last time I was there, I brought them all Nikes. I bought them I have a Nike store beside me, and so I bought a bunch of everybody a pair of Nikes, and I took them back over there, and then ended up forgetting her brother, so I took him to the Nike store there, but they're all knockoffs over there. You can tell that shoes don't even flex. They're like hard plastic bottoms.
Damn.
Everything's like not real, but I bought him some Nikes. I felt bad that I forgot about him, and then take them all out to eat and everything. But you can stay over there for a week. You could on probably $300, and you can stay over there for a month.
Oh, I'm so
Even
sorry.
yeah.
My signal's so weak.
Especially if you go to the grocery store and get groceries and stuff. She's used to living on $400 a month, and now she can barely live on $500 a week.
So she's spoiled.
Yeah, she's got everything now. She got a car, Montero, nice clothes. She eats the best food. She's queen of the Philippines.
Vegetables are the best foods.
I know that's right. Good vegetables. Steamed broccoli is my thing.
Pies. I was making a bunch of pies and giving them out to our family. And then, one thing, man, they never ate before that I made and they loved. And I haven't ever made it again, but I taught her. But she I don't know if she makes it. I don't think she makes it though. But they love deviled eggs. They never had them. I made them, and they fucking tore them up. They loved them.
That's because they thought they was blue mashed up.
Yeah, blue. Yeah. They said, we got baby ducks.
Egg.
And what was something else, baby? Turkey. We found some turkeys and had them rotisserie. And I had a great big Thanksgiving dinner. We rented out this beach line, and we got I think we bought three or four pigs. How many pigs did we buy?
3
pigs.
Three.
A whole bunch of chickens. We found 2 turkeys and bought those and had them all rotisserie, and all these sides. And then we made a whole bunch of sides, like of American style sides, and I had a great big Thanksgiving for everybody. I just try to go over there and just contribute as much as I can to them.
Well, let me say this. Your English is pretty good. I mean, you speak pretty good English for somebody not from the country. So shout out to you for that. I mean, I got some people over here that can't talk as good as you do, and they
if you're going to be a migrant worker and you're going to go to another country, they all communicate with English.
Well, she can speak pretty good, and her understanding is good. I like that. That's good. Congratulations on her.
She can speak some dialect from the Middle East too, but they all communicate in English. If you go to Japan, like if you go to any tourist places, it's all English. Hong Kong, in the Middle East, which you wouldn't think, and I don't know if it is now because I think some things have changed since last year, but because it was 2 years ago when I went over there. Every month I was going over there. Every other month I was going over there. I did it for almost a year. But every sign, in the middle of the freaking desert, man. Like you wouldn't even think, like you're in the middle of the desert, camels walking across the road, and you look at the road signs, they're in their dialect, but right under it is English. And I thought that was the most amazing thing. I'm like, English is all the way out here in the middle of the Middle East, in the middle of the desert.
Well, unfortunately, her internet is not as good as her English, but we're going to work through this, okay? It's going to be okay.
Maybe your internet's so poor.
Very sorry.
No, you fine. You are good.
I always trying to.
I'm going to blame Bill on this. Bill needs to upgrade your internet. He needs to get you better internet service.
She's pretty smart, man. She tried to be an entrepreneur because I keep trying to do little businesses over there. I want to do little businesses. She's an entrepreneur. She pays for this fiber cable to her mom's house and then puts this peso net on there where you go and put a peso in. You can use the internet, like for people to use through telephones and stuff. She don't have it she don't have it there, but she's got it over at her mom's house.
I use data and Wi-Fi, but it's still the signal's too weak. because of the
You said you
weather.
use okay, okay.
Very sorry.
So, my man said this is the Passport Bro channel now. No, that's not what this is. It's just my guy Bill. He is me and him used to work at I still work at the company. He used to work at the company. Now he's an independent contractor for CED and all those good things that come with it. He has a couple
Oh,
storefronts, and so he is more of a passport bro than I. When I
no,
go passport, I use
we
my
don't
phone
sell
for my
any.
passport.
We don't sell CBD, man. We don't have any CBD. We only sell THC.
Oh, well, I stand
CBD
corrected.
snake oil, man. We don't sell snake oil. We only sell the legit.
He said we sell the real thing. The hell with
Yeah.
that imitation fake shit. Come over here and get high. No, but my passport is used to go to countries who are, I guess, loves American tourists. I mean, but Philippines, I wouldn't mind going over. I told Bill,
I go over there
and
every
Bill went
week.
over
You always come with
and
me,
found him.
man.
Bill found him a lovely lady over in the Philippines. He found
Sweetie,
him
how
a
many
wife.
women when I'm over there? How many women every week say, "Oh, bring another American. You bring American. Bring American."
Yeah.
So Bill's a goddamn pimp.
I can't be a pimp because I never have an American to come with me.
Bill, I'm not going with you. Hey, Bill,
Try.
I'm not going with you. You're not going to get me in trouble. You're not going to get me in trouble, man.
I don't think there's a country that's not American friendly, man. It's all propaganda, dude. Every country I think is pretty courteous. I have noticed this last year some are not as friendly as they used to be, but they're all still friendly.
So Bill, let me ask you this: when you met your wife over in the Middle East, how did you know she was the one for you? What made her the future Mrs. Bill?
It's so dating women. I always run into women that would be, what else are you gonna do for me? You ain't did enough for me. What else are you gonna do for me? And they're always seem miserable, like always unhappy. Every time, it don't matter how much you do for somebody. If they're unhappy, they're unhappy. They're just unhappy people. And I hate to say that about my ex-wife, but if you're an unhappy person, you're just an unhappy person. There ain't nothing in the world you can do for them. They're going to be unhappy. There's something in them. And whenever I met her, like I would see like man, this is like, she don't have a very good life, and she's always so damn happy. And then I was telling my daughter about her one time, and my daughter went with me one time. She went with me to the Middle East and met Salami, and we hung out for a week or so. And my daughter said, "How is she so happy all the time? Like, she is so freaking happy all the time." Especially when my daughter found out how much she was making and how many hours she had to work and stuff. And I was just like, who don't want that in their life? Somebody that no matter what bad comes, they're still going to be, they know what's important to life and what's not important. And like the shit that people are unhappy about most of the time is stuff that ain't important anyways. So that just having that around, like, because sometimes I can be an angry person, but she always, like, especially driving, man. Like,
say it ain't so. I don't know this side.
Yeah, and traffic's rough, man. And then she always like just like knows what to say. But then I'll turn around on her sometimes when she's driving. She tells me, she's like, "I was beeping my horn. I was angry." I was like, "Now you know why I get mad behind the wheel sometimes." But she's so happy, man. It's hard to have a bad day. So who wouldn't want that in their life like that?
So Salami, let me ask you this. What about this crazy dude said, I want him to be my husband? Did you lose a bet?
I think she lost internet.
Oh,
I think
shit.
her internet's locked up. She ain't moving.
Yeah. Well, you didn't lose a bet. Sound like you lost internet, and that's okay. We're gonna work through this, of course. We're gonna work through this. Yeah, I think she did. I think she. Let me pull her down because that's not. We don't want her all frozen like this. We want her in a good light. We're gonna pull her down. Hopefully, she's able to come back soon.
If you're not born and raised with all the luxuries and stuff, I think that makes people. I think that's what makes people miserable sometimes. We got too much stuff, man. If you don't have nothing, the real reality is what makes you happy is not all this. Going to the beach makes them happy. I could say, hey, tomorrow let's all go to the beach, and everybody's like super happy, like great. Like over here, if you said that, if I said it to my ex-wife, let's go to the beach, it's like, okay, and then we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, we needed to do this. It's like, well, no, we're just going to the beach.
So my lady has a good question here. Her question is, are Filipino Philippine women trained and encouraged by their own people to seek to go after American men because of the economy? Do you believe that to be true, Bill?
I'm going to say definitively, I don't know, but my experience is two times this has happened to me. Two times. I'll be somewheres. One time was a surveyor's office. We were getting a property surveyed that we purchased. So it wasn't like a lower class. It was like middle class. It was middle class people. The daughter of the surveyor was there, and she's probably 35, 40. And her daughter was there, and her daughter is 19. And the 19-year-old was handling the appointment and stuff. And the mom said, hey, when you come back over, can you bring an American for my daughter? And I was like, what? Your daughter should probably speak for herself. And the daughter's like, Mom, are you trying to pimp me out? No, she's serious. Can you bring an American over here for me? And so that was one experience. And just a couple of weeks ago, when we bought this, I went and we bought another pig. I took it to her mom's house, and we just had lechon for dinner. And the lady who was selling the pigs, the rotisseries, she said the same thing. She's like, my daughter's available. Do you know an American that would come back with you to date my daughter? And so they are encouraged to leave the Philippines for a foreigner, but not necessarily American, because a lot of Canadians come over there and find Filipino wives, and from Europe too. And there's some. I saw a couple of Germans over there. There's two Germans that live in that neighborhood, that town. But my wife told me, she said she wanted a foreigner because she don't feel Filipino men have any. They're happy, like I said, all Filipinos are happy, and the men are just happy, complacent, living their everyday life. She said they don't have really initiative to make anything better. They're happy driving PD cabs, making 15 pesos a ride. I think at the end of the week they got 3,000 pesos, she said, which is $60 a week is what they make. And they're happy. That's what they do. They do that. They can get a little drink at night. They're eating rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She said that she has more goals than that in life. And if she married somebody from her town or village or whatever, that would be her life right there.
So they lack of drive or foresight or goals or inspiration, just
opportunity. Yeah. I think that
that does sound depressing. I ain't gonna front. And if I had a daughter, I probably definitely would want better for her. But before I go any further, I gotta do this, because if not, my lady will give me a friendly reminder via text or something. But I gotta display my album and Funko Pop of the Week video. So here we go, Bill.
Oh, wait. One more thing on that question though. So and so I think their family do encourage them because we had talked about this before, but I guess a lot of people don't know this. If you get married in the Philippines, you're married for life. There is no divorce. And I think you can get divorced, but it takes like years and years. Like their whole goal is you get married, you have kids. And I told her, not her sister directly, because her sister's got 4 kids. And I told her, I said, that's how the Philippines, the government or the nation or whatever, keeps everybody poor. Like, y'all just want to have a million kids. You can't have any money. Like, you're not making any money, so you can't have any money because you got a million kids to take care of. I was like, your sister should probably stop having kids. But so yeah, if I also with you, I agree with you. If I'm a father, a Filipino man, and I have a daughter, I would also be like, you make sure, like, if you get married, like somebody that's going to be able to lift you up, because you're with them for life. It ain't like U.S. where that didn't work out, I'm going to go get divorced. You ain't getting divorced.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think if they could find somebody that is has opportunities and stuff to raise them up, I think they'd be encouraged to them. Unfortunately, they're just it's far in between over there.
Yeah, definitely. My lady said that's dangerous, Will, because there are a lot of ill will people who don't mean foreign women well, vice versa. Okay. All right.
That's dangerous, William, because there's a lot of ill will people who don't mean foreign women well, and vice versa. That you mean like sex traffic them and stuff? Is that what she means?
Yeah, probably so.
I agree.
So. Kind of seems like the Philippine women are looking for a cash cow in the American and Canadian spouses.
Yeah, some of them are, and they don't want to get married. They just want you to send them money. They ain't the ones. Also, you can't hold it against them either. A woman like our realtor, she was hitting on me, and but I could see right through her shit. But she said she had a guy from Italy sending her money every week, and she wanted to dump him and find somebody else because he wasn't sending her enough money. So yeah, there's women that will manipulate men everywhere, but you can't really blame the woman. I mean, if she don't have nothing, that's all she's got. And so say a foreigner does come and it's like he could give me everything I wanted, and I ain't got to live in this hut anymore on this dirt, and all I got to be is a trophy wife. Oh, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Well, look, let me say this.
I mean, chicken's feet. I mean, they eat chicken's feet like they're delicacies too. That's like if you got extra money, you go down and buy the chicken's feet, and they eat those. And I'm like, I don't see why y'all save up your money to buy these chicken's feet. Like they're free. They should be free. Like I'm not eating these damn chicken's feet. But so I don't know. I feel differently about because I experience it, but. If I was in that situation over there, I can put myself in that situation where if a foreigner came and you got all these ideas of how being a foreign wife is, I mean, why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's definitely different, man. I mean, let me say this: it doesn't matter. You hear it. Look, a woman wants the best what she can get from the. You want the best man, the best provider, best person who's going to take care of you, look out for you, your best interest.
Whether you're even American women or whatever country you're in, Canadian women, I think all women would do that. What's the best for me?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
I mean,
what do you base your decision on for the perfect what is it? Not your spouse, but the perfect what? Your mate, your perfect mate. Can you provide? Some women, can he provide for me? Okay, that's all I need. Does he emotional support? Okay, that's all I need. I'm gonna live in dirt. I'm gonna live in a hut, but I get all the emotional support I need. Well, some people need more than that. I need this or that or that. So, yeah, whether you're here or there or anything, you're just looking for what supplies for your needs, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, she comes back and says, "Thank you. Well, thanks for elaborating that, Will. Congrats to you and your lovely wife. Look here, let me say this. I promise you, if I stop providing for my lady, she gonna be mad at me, and she gonna won't stop being with me. I promise you that. Whether it's providing emotional support or financial support, she's gonna be very upset and disappointed, right? I
Yep.
mean,
You,
and
you
I
meet her
would feel the same way.
she requires, yep.
I provide emotional and physical support for me. I'll be very disappointed, and I might have to go to one of my local massage therapists to
Get
get
a
real.
foot massage.
Yeah, I got a foot massage.
I know, but I know where she's coming from.
Maybe I'm just playing. Ain't nobody going to get no Asian foot massage. I'm just bullshitting. She'll
That's
take
not what you said. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
she'll take that shit to heart. Like I'm really gonna go do that shit.
I know where she's coming from. I've seen some TikToks and stuff of women going through airports in Asian countries, and they're getting their feelings hurt. They're all upset, saying, "Look at all these American men with these beautiful foreign women. Like, well, all these women must be gold diggers, or what house is happening or whatever." But I don't agree with the women making those TikToks. Like, if you're meeting all the requirements that this woman wants, what it's not none of the. It was that TikTok. I don't know who that TikTok person was, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly how to say what I'm saying, but it's not about just women being they're not gold diggers or something. They just had they want a certain life. They want they got requirements to be in a relationship. I guess if you meet them all.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody has expectations, right?
Expectations, yeah, that's good. Expectations.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that for sure. I mean, but it's all about, hey, if I can't provide it, you need to find a woman who's okay with you providing less than the next man or the next woman. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. If I can, then and I choose to do that, then I choose to do that. You know, that's my choice. But you know, it's up to you. Well, hey, let me show this Funko Pop and album of the week before I get a verbal texting. Here we go. There we are. So the album of the week is Beverly Hills Cop. And Funko Pop of the week is Eddie Murphy's Axel Foley, who he was the character in Beverly Hills Cop. Now, the reason I made that my album in Funko because Axel Foley came out on Netflix this past week, and I said, what rightful way of doing one of my favorite all-time comedians, Eddie Murphy, and have honor and homage to him, and I display him as my Funko and album of the week. Shout out to Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel Foley. There we are. So, look, Bill, you know, you hear these stories all the time, and me, I remember back in the days, I'm like, dude, these passport boys, they got to be losers going over there just to get some ass. Why are you going international just to get some goddamn cheeks? These heifers are giving that ass out a dime a dozen over here. Why do we need to go across the pond to get some cheeks? But then I had to take a step back and be more open-minded, you know, so to say, and realize, hey, man, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. That's like somebody asked me, you mad at your son they are? I said, no. I said, when my son was younger, he used to like white girls. My ex-wife had a problem with it. I said, as long as he likes girls. You heard what I'm saying? He likes girls. I can deal with that. And I ain't got to have a different conversation with my son who doesn't like girls. I don't have them problems. I said, look, it's a phase he's going through. He'll grow out of it. He'll be fine. Look, once he got to middle school, his perception of girls changed. He's a butt man now. He likes women with the big booty. So guess what? He started like the sisters, the black girls. They got the big old booties and all that. And so that's what he was into. You know, I remember one time he was on ex-wife's phone. He was looking through it, and she got her phone from him, and she asked me, "Was you on these big ass sites?" I said, "Why would I use your phone to look up ass? I got my own goddamn phone to look up ass. Look, see." You need to talk to your son because I wasn't on your damn phone. He was. So I dropped a dime on my son. He was in middle. He's probably about 5th grade going to 6th grade. I dropped a dime on his ass. He was mad at daddy because I dropped a dime on him. But hey, I'm not taking that smoke. Especially I didn't get a nut out of it. You understand what I'm saying, Bill? So, that's when I realized, okay, well, he's an ass man, just like his dad. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing. So he started dating that. Now, guess what? Once he got to high school, he had a little black girlfriend. But then his senior year, he had a little Mexican girl he was dating. I mean, this girl's all natural. She didn't wear no makeup, none of that, all that. I'm not a fan of weave and all that overly used makeup and shit. That shit turns me off. So he takes on the same mindset. So this girl she had a naturally long hair. And a lot of the boys, they end up dating women that looks like a mother. Well, if you see his mother and his mother, you would think she's Mexican if you just look at her. I mean, we would go out to Mexican restaurants and they start talking Spanish to her. I'm like, hey man, she doesn't speak your language, motherfucker. Stop trying to ask her shit in Spanish. She doesn't understand you. And then she said, Tim, don't do that. They didn't know. Bullshit. I'm tired of it. Because that's what every time we would go Elder Pauls, just start talking. Hey, man, you see us here about once a week. She doesn't speak Spanish. So I got to explain that to him. But guess what? She looks it. He started dating one that looks like his mother. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, I don't have a problem. So then that's when I had to sit back and look, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, now I have an understanding. They like what they like, right? You like what you like. And if it so happens you like a woman from a different country, so be it. As long as she respects him and treats him right and he's okay with it, hey, man, who am I to complain or have an issue with it? Right on, man. Enjoy yourself. Wherever you can find love, get it. Doesn't matter. I just so happen to find mine in the good state of Texas. I had a passport because it felt like, look, when going to Texas, Will, that's like going to a different country too, like going to little Mexico. We got a lot of brown brothers over there, a lot of my Spanish brothers and sisters over there in the state of Texas. So I feel like I was going to a foreign country. So I guess I'm a passport bro myself. I don't know.
Well,
so let me.
I've been divorced I've been divorced 3 times and 2 different nationalities. But after the last time I got divorced was from Dee Dee, and I started dating this. I was dating a South Korean girl, not because she was South Korean. She lived here. I was just dating her, and we traveled a lot of places too. We went like to Egypt and different places. But she always was like, "What else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do?" And I didn't like all that, so I broke up with her, and then I started dating this other girl, like a California type girl, blonde hair, blue eyes. She was like 5'11". She's super attractive. And one day I made a pizza at the store, and I was making it for a lady that worked for me. Me and her was going to eat. I said, "Hey, I'm going to make pizza. You want a pizza?" And it was a pizzeria at the time. And I was just testing out a pizza. And she walks in. Her name was Christy. She walks in, walks back there, and she looks at that pizza and goes, "I ain't eating that shit." And I was like, "Well, who asked you to eat any pizza? Who even asked you to come back here?" And I broke up with her that day, and I was like, I don't think I've been with a woman that did.
Hold on, Bill, hold on. You broke up the same day she said she don't want your shit ass pizza?
Yeah, I cussed her out and told her to leave. And then first of all, if you walk in and that's your boyfriend and y'all been dating, and we've already been to Hawaii, we've been to because this is when I was traveling a lot. We went to Hawaii, we went to Puerto Rico like 4 or 5 times. So she was another one like, "What else are you gonna do for me?" I'm making a pizza, and she hadn't seen me all day. And she walks in, and the first thing she says, "Look at this pizza," and says, "I ain't eating that shit." She didn't say, "How you doing? Give me a hug, kiss, nothing." And I was like, at that point in time, I just had it, especially with women with that attitude altogether. It seemed like that's what I was attracted to. So I didn't date anybody for probably over a year. I was just like, I'm just going to be alone. I'm happier by myself. And I was traveling everywhere. I mean, I went to Mexico. I knew this dude who was in a cartel, and we went down there and was hanging out. Sherman City, we did some crazy shit. And I didn't think the cartel was bad whenever I hung out with them. And then and there's like all different ones. So they're like I guess a whole bunch of different ones. So I don't know exactly which one he was. Maybe the nicer one. But then I was like, well, Mexico wasn't that bad. Everybody says it's bad and all this stuff. So I'm gonna go to the Middle East. And then just randomly I met her, and she was nothing like women that I had been dating. She was from another country. She sees everything from a different point of view. So it's not that, and I think a lot of people are like me that do date foreign women, is you're not going to seek it. But when you see it or find it, and you're seeing somebody who's viewing the world from another side of the world, and they have a different outlook on life than what you're used to, it's very attractive, and it's very like, this is opposite of what turns me off so much. So I don't think sometimes men are seeking for them. I think when they meet them, and just you don't need that much conversation to realize like their outlook on life is completely different than these women that I'm used to. So it's just different, and it's super attractive. She meets the requirements by just being happy, not wanting anything. I mean, I give her the world, and every woman I've ever been with, I always give them the world, but it's when they start expecting it, and then that's when it's just how you just get turned off. Even being married, like Dee Dee, like we got divorced, and then we still dated after we got divorced. We never did break up. We dated, and we went to Miami, and she was so miserable. And I'm like, if you're unhappy in Miami, you're not a happy person. Like, there's nothing I can do to make you happy. Like, there's no reason to continue even trying or us even being in a relationship. Like, I don't want this kind of person in my life, unhappy person. And we broke up, and we never talked again after that.
Yeah. It's, I look at it like this. At the end of the day, man, it's all about what's going to make you happy. My man said, masculine women are running them overseas. God damn.
Oh, I don't blame them.
Do you believe that's the case? Do you believe it's the masculine women that are forcing and pushing guys to make these type decisions?
I mean, some guys, I've seen videos of guys posting on Facebook like, what opportunity does a man have in the U.S. anymore? Like, and then they might show pictures of like, these are our choices. And you got a lot of masculine women dogging men, and other women that for views probably not even believing what they say, talking so negative about men and stuff. Why do people men here even want to try for that? It's like, if I get done, there's plenty of opportunity over here where these women aren't corrupted by whatever's fucking with these women over here where they act like that. I believe him. I think he's right.
Well, if that's the case, you got to do at the end of the day, like I said, you got to do what you got to do. And if you found more joy and happiness and you had to find it overseas, so be it, man. Like I said, who am I to judge you, man? I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. I was out there after I got divorced in 2016. I was eligible when I was dating and doing that. So for a couple of years, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But as far as finding somebody to settle down with, I just wasn't seeing that. I just didn't come across that. You know what I'm saying? So got the opportunity to circle the block, right? I got the opportunity to circle the block, and that's how I was able to get with my future wife, because I circled the block, and she was single, wasn't in no marriage or serious relationship, and I wasn't either. And so, I winked at her, gave her a smile, and she came running. Right, Bill? I mean, at least that's what I'm gonna tell people. I don't know how true it is, but I'm gonna tell people that. I'm sure she'll fight me on that for sure.
I believe
But
it.
man, look, go ahead, bro. Said something about my personality. Something about my personality. Uh, Bill, let me before we go, before we end the show. You remember back in the days?
Criminality is growing more and more in value every day to real men. Yes, I agree with that too. We don't want women that act like they can do everything themselves and then they really can't do shit.
Hi, Miss Shicey Bum. How you doing? Hopefully your night is good. She said close enough. I knew it. I knew something about that.
Have you seen all those women now posting on videos on TikTok? And I just saw it through the internet. I didn't actually see any videos. They're saying they're toxic. American women are getting real toxic. They say they'd rather be in the wilderness alone with a bear than with a man.
Yeah.
Because men are evil. And I'm thinking, I would love to see you women that say that. I would love to see you out in the wilderness with a bear. I don't think you'd make it.
Yeah, I was on a show, and that was one. Yeah, I was on the show, and that was one of the questions, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds crazy.
It was? Oh, so it's going around.
That bad that you. Yeah. It's definitely been talked to, especially in the sector that I'll be hanging out. Yeah.
And what they say? They would rather be with.
We was on the show, and it's probably about 8 women and 2 guys, I think, at the time, and that was the question. Some of them said the bear.
They're not intelligent people.
That makes no sense to me.
No, they're not intelligent. Who wants to be with a woman
there's nothing about an animal. There's nothing about an animal that I will have that much faith in that he's not going to do anything to me compared to a man.
I mean, yeah, you ain't going to reason with a bear.
Who at least has the sense enough and some type of self-control.
Yeah, they're toxic. Women like that are toxic. That's another reason why men want to go somewhere, another avenue to find women. If they're intentionally seeking a woman from another country, that is probably some of the reason that led up to that. Things like that.
My lady has a question. Let's see what she said. She says, William, does religion, faith, or spirituality become a barrier when dating or marrying a foreigner?
They're mostly I think there are a lot of Catholics over there. I think she's Catholic, but not really practicing Catholic. And I'm really not very religious at all, so no barrier. They don't force anything on you. But I mean, there's a lot of poor countries. There's a lot of religion involved. That's all they got is religion, but they don't force it on you. So I would say no barrier there.
My man said
He's got to elaborate on what that means exactly. What's he saying? What's that mean?
Hey, AB, if you can,
elaborate on that.
Tell us, could you elaborate on what you said? Yeah, elaborate on that a little bit if you can.
You can't put 3 words out there and think somebody know what it means.
Girl, Shicey Bum, she said. What's she saying?
I agree with her.
Hey, you know what they call that? That's like a cliffhanger.
Shicey Bun, though. Shicey Bun, wouldn't you not, if you're submissive, wouldn't you not isn't all women picky and choosy? I mean, who they're submissive or submissive. Yeah, you don't want to submit to just any random guy. I think all women are like that. The problem is The problem is a lot of women verbally say they're dominant to everybody and they don't want a man in their life. But being choosy or picky is good. All women should be. You don't just be submissive to any old random dude on the street. You should be. I wouldn't. I got a daughter and I want her to be very picky.
Look at, yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna do what I can to help her out by making the right decision. I'm not gonna just leave it all up to her either. So, but yeah, that's definitely a great statement by Miss Shiesty Bum. Shout out to her. My man AB come back with the answer. He said the man versus the bird thing was just shaming men.
Well, it ain't shaming men. I think it's making men realize some women just got really low IQs. Like if you think a bear is better in a wilderness than a man, like your IQ is like really low.
She said, where did most women say that? You have a poll. Shiesty, I don't know how to take it when you say that poll at the end. I mean, well, what you trying to insinuate? But I assume she's talking about the bear versus the man thing.
It's a viral TikTok thing, Shiesty Bun. All these women are getting on TikTok saying it. Whether they believe what they're saying or not is undetermined. They might be good for views, but
we've seen that. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's even a situation where there's even a question, I'm just saying, that's crazy. Look,
this little Dicky video.
Look, if a woman wants to pick a barrel with a man, good luck with that.
Just the little Dicky music song. He's got a video, and this girl says she'd rather be in the wilderness with some hyenas or something, and he's like, "You dumb bitch! Don't you know they'll eat you? They don't comprehend. They're not humans. They will eat you." But that's why that's some. I can understand why some people would feel like they need to venture the dating pool a little bit bigger.
So then she comes back and she laughs at us. She laughs at Hank and these crazy jokes he says sometimes. Hey, Shiesty Mom, I'm I like to have a good time. But Bill, before we go, one of the things I want you to tell us about. Do you remember the story of the dog that didn't do his job? You remember that story you told me?
I wish Salami was on here. She could tell the story better than me. It was pretty good. She told me it. So this is what she said. And then I witnessed something similar to that a couple weeks later.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
When I was in the U.S. Well, two dog stories she's told me. So the other day, well, it had been like a couple months ago. She said she calls and we're talking and she's like, I'm so mad. I'm like, what's the matter? She's like I can't remember what this is called. It's like it's like a bun and it's got meat in the middle, and it's chicken. And they drive around, they sell it or to be pork. Golly, I wish she was here to say the name of that. But anyway, she's like, he was selling dog, and I ate part of it, and then Yapa, her niece, she's like, Yapa wouldn't throw hers down. I told her it's dirty meat, but she likes it and she wouldn't throw it down. So she just ate it. And it was dog. So that was one. But the story you're talking about was when we were talking, she says, I'm so embarrassed. I went over to the neighbors and I thought they were having a cookout because she could smell them cooking out. She's like, I was going to go there and get some food. And she goes, I go over there and they made me leave. And I didn't know why they were making me leave. And her cousin was over there. And she said, my cousin stops me and he said, hey, don't tell anybody nothing. Don't tell anybody they're having a cookout or nothing over here. And she's like, why? And he said, because they're grilling the other neighbor's dog. They're eating the neighbor's dog. I guess they caught him and was eating him. And so I was outside. So then when I was over there, I was outside. It was early in the morning, like really early. Like it gets daylight, I think at like 5 a.m. So it was probably like 5:30. And I got up and in the video, you can see like that one room is all open. It don't have no windows. It's just railing. It's all open outside. So, and I was in that room. I was looking outside. I was watering the plants or something. I was looking outside. There goes the neighbor running down the road and he turns around. Like he ran where I couldn't see him. Then he comes back running the other way and he's got another dog in his hand. They're having another cookout that day. They done caught him another dog. I was like, God dang. I bought some meat over there too once, and I was like, "What is this?" She's like, "Well, that's meat." I was like, "No, what is it?" She goes, "Well, sir, that's chicken, that's beef, and that's meat." I said, "That don't make sense. That's chicken, that's beef, and that's meat. Like, what is this?" She's like, "Sir, that's meat." So I think I bought the chicken. I didn't buy the meat, but I'm pretty sure that was dog too.
Huh. Well, that's not the dog story I'm talking about. But
Oh, that's not the dog story. I'm sorry. I thought that was a dog story. What dog story?
you told me that. You told me now this story that my buddy Bill just told you. That's the story he told me about when he's over the Philippines. No, I'm talking about the old Indiana dog story when the dog didn't bark or let you know about it.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about that story. That is my old days, man. I was not a good person. I was violent back then.
So do you mind if I tell the story?
You can, but it's not a good story. Peter will be on here, man.
No, I'm not gonna tell it. I'm not gonna tell it. No, not today, guys. Today's not gonna be a good day to tell the story. We gonna let y'all see my buddy Bill in a great light. He went over.
I don't try to do anything
wife.
bad, anything negative anymore. I try to be positive and even get sad. If I hurt an animal, I even get sad. Even running over a turtle or something, I always try to stop and get him off the road, man.
That's right. That's right. That's a good heart. See, I told y'all he's been saved and sanctified, saved by the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit activate. Oh man, hey, Bill, I appreciate you, man, coming up, man, hanging out with me, man, having this conversation about the passport bro thing and the visa thing. Look, I hope you and the lady.
We're gonna you need to come to the Philippines with me, man.
Oh shit. Now, see, Bill, you done told all these stories about this massage place. My lady ain't gonna let me go. She got
No,
she gonna
that's Hong Kong. That's Hong Kong. There's only prostitutes in the Philippines.
Okay.
They don't give massages. They're just straight up.
Look. Now she gonna say something. She gonna say, "Please, Will, help save him." Look here, he might save me by taking me to Hong Kong, baby. You better not ask him to save me.
I'll make sure he ain't getting no massage. Your girl can come, man. We'll go to Boho. We'll go scuba diving. If you ain't got your license, they'll take you scuba diving anyways. They'll hold on to you. But you will be like, yeah, this is paradise.
So they hold on to me. They make sure I don't drown.
Yeah, they'll make sure they'll do your buoyancy and everything. But they'll take you around, man, to this coral reef. I've dove shipwrecks over there. I've dove at nighttime over there. I mean, we've just snorkeled with sea turtles, all the sea life. There's this giant whale over there that you can dive with. It's all a tourist place. Yeah, you go. You can. Yep, she's coming too. You got your if she's got her passport. Next time I go, we need to go.
Yeah, we both got our paddle. Shit, matter of fact, mine expires in 2025, so I got a little time left. And
you got global.
Yeah, I'm about to re-up. You said global entry?
Yeah.
Is that a different type passport than the regular passport?
It's like where they do the background check. It's a card. It's like a driver's license, and you don't got to wait through customs. It's like you quickly go through customs because it's a card.
Well, I don't know if you're talking about like the real ID. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's called global entry. You got to do an interview and everything, and they do a background check and everything on you. But come, y'all come with me. I would apply if you really are serious. Though I would apply for global entry so you can bypass immigration when you come back to the U.S. It's only like Europe and U.S. and stuff. You can use it. Can't use it there, but.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know nothing about that. If I could avoid some of that shit, because that's one thing I hate about traveling outside the country, going to immigrations all the damn time.
Yeah, the U.S. is usually the worst, man.
Yeah.
Coming back. But you bypass it, man. On global entry, you just go. There's not like last time. There was only one person in front of me, and there was one person behind me that had global entry, and it was a whole plane full of people, and we were the only three, and we went straight through.
And so I talked to because you remember we was talking about how cheap the Transformer action
Oh
figures
yeah,
and
you better yeah. You'll buy luggage when you're over there. That's what I had to do in Hong Kong, buy extra luggage just so I can put Transformers in it. But in the Philippines, I usually either just take a backpack when I go, and that backpack will be full.
shout out to my new carry-on bag.
They got
So
they
yeah,
got a ton of Funko Pops too over there in the mall. I was looking at those Funko Pops. I don't collect them, but I know there's like a million people doing it. It looks like you do too. And I was like, man, no wonder they collect them. There's some really cool ones.
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
like in Hong Kong, man, I got a bunch of Japanese exclusives. I usually open them, and I opened up most of them to take them out so I could fit them in my backpack. But I didn't open those. Anything that said Japanese exclusive, I didn't open. I kept the boxes and everything.
Oh yeah, that's a must. That's a must.
I actually
That's definitely going to increase.
took a couple to the that I bought doubles of and took them to the Transformer store down the road and traded them for Omega Supreme.
Well, my buddy Bill's supposed to be get me the Decepticons.
No, I got you. I'm gonna do the Unicron for you, and I want you to put it on your shelf where I can see it when you do your podcast.
Well, I'm waiting on it.
It's almost done. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm 3D modeling it. Everything is all custom, man. And the problem is every time I post anything on this 3D modeling website, 1 million people message me and say, "Can you do this? Can you do this project for me? Can I pay you for this? Can I do this?" And so I've been taking on these little projects just to help people out, and it's pushing me back on my time, man. But I'm getting this Unicron Transformer. I showed you the original one.
Yeah.
But this one moves and everything. Legs, arms, everything's flexible. You can pose him any way you want.
See, my buddy Bill's supposed to hook me up, man. I'm patiently waiting.
It's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait.
I know that's right. But look, you know what I'm gonna do? Because me and the lady in the process of buying a home, so
I want your wife. I want your future wife to know right now that I already told you. You need to take a vacation soon while I'm here in the U.S. and come down to my house in Orlando, and I'll take y'all. We'll go jet skiing, man. If y'all want to, you get your passport. Y'all want to ride over to Bahamas? We'll ride over to Bahamas. You want to do it next week? We'll do it next week.
Next week.
Anytime you want. I go when I'm here. I usually go down every week. I'll go down there. I'll stay for 4 days, mow the grass or whatever, and then I'll come back up here for a week, and then I'll go back down for 3 or 4 days, and then I'll come back here, and then I'll usually fly. Then by that time, I'm flying out. My grass guy, he's hit or miss, and I always get these letters from the HOA saying my grass is too tall. I fired him.
I know my lady gonna be wanting to take care of her calls. She's gonna want to go to the Philippines, and now you said something about going to Florida, Orlando. Oh yeah, she's all for it.
I live right by Disney World, man. I live 40 minutes from Disney World, 30 minutes from Universal. I live 15 minutes from the airport.
Oh shit, you right down the street from me. You right down the street from me. That's perfect. Well, you look big. You know we always hooked up, man. Look here. Let me tell you a story. This story I can't tell. Bill has some pistols for sale. But for some reason, Bill didn't sell the pistols because he's supposed to sell it to another co-worker. And we're not going to talk about it too much because they might have some people against pistols talking about selling pistols. Bill, I'm still waiting on my pistols too. That's a story I wouldn't understand unless you had been there. I mean, you know, me and Bill both know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna say.
We got a lot of history. We knew each other we've been knowing each other for like 15 years, I think, 14 years.
Yeah.
We went and saw Friday the 13th.
Wow.
We went to the movies. We had a movie day. We went to the movies and saw Friday the 13th when it came out to the theater. I still remember that. That was a good time, Tim. You're a good friend, man.
Hey, you remember Seville?
Yep.
And his bachelor party at the Russet Frog?
Yeah. And so drunk he fell down and I got to go. Yeah, I got to go. This dude is a liability. He's like
That was the
Joe
last
Biden
time.
up there, man. He can't walk. He kept falling down. He fell down 2 or 3 times. They're like, he's gonna get hurt. He's
He was
gonna
drunk
cost
in
us
his
money. Y'all good to go.
And that was the last time I ever been to a strip club. Was that what his bachelor party was the last time I ever
That's
been
probably
to?
the last time I ever been to one too.
Jesus Christ. I said,
I don't. I that's all I remember of that. I don't really remember a whole lot of it. And rest his soul, man. I can't believe he passed away, but life's short. So many people. I'm at an age now, 47, where I think it was like 3 years ago. My uncle passed away from cancer, and after that, I hated going to work, and I really need to work, but I hated it. And I said, I just want to see the world, man. Everybody's gonna die eventually. I know I am. That's the one thing you ain't gonna stop, man. Everybody's gonna die. And so I just started traveling everywhere. I've been to almost every country.
my man, AB said bucket list. Yeah, look, that's it, man.
Problem is, though, man, you can't make it a bucket list. You gotta make it a reality because, I mean, you don't know. It could be tomorrow. It could be your last day. I always tell my kids, always tell them, I say, life's short. And I say, look, when I pass away, like, you shouldn't be sad. Like, I did a lot and seen a lot. Like, there ain't no reason to be sad for me. And my kids now, they're like, this year, my son and daughter, they went to Japan and they went to South Korea for a month. And last year they went to Europe and Italy for a month. So they're trying to see
That's
what's important with their life, like this cell phones and having the coolest shoes and shirt and stuff. That's not really important in the end. Is anybody ever going to really remember you for that? Like, oh, he had the coolest shoes, man. He's a cool motherfucker. Yeah, $500.
He had the latest iPhone. He was damn.
Yeah, he had. I can't. Yeah, you know him. He always had the latest iPhone. He always spent that $1,000 on iPhone. I tell my kids, I say, if you're gonna save money and spend it on something, spend it on memories, because that's really the only thing important to you is your memories. Like materialistic stuff, that stuff, it ain't worth what you paid for it. Except for now, lately, I've been collecting Transformers, and that's materialistic. I get on myself sometimes when I buy one. I'm like, God dang it, why don't I just buy that Transformer? But it's nice to look at, man. It's a waste. They're a waste of money. I've been 3D printing them and making them and creating them, and I try to justify, it that way that I sell a bunch and I trade them to the thing.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Matthew? The thing about it, man, it look like you said, life show. I'm 49 now, so it's crazy. I remember back in the days watching my grandmother look through the obituary, like, damn, like that's a friend list or something. Like, why do you keep doing this? But that's the age she's at. Where it, that's friends and loved ones. That's where you're gonna see.
That's what I'm telling you. That
like,
Canadian man,
who's here? Who's gonna be here tomorrow? Yeah.
He retires, finds a woman. They were going to get married in a month, and then just randomly just died.
That's it, man. Tomorrow's not promised, man.
Nope.
Don't take life for granted.
Take
advantage of it. Yeah. For sure, man. Look, like I said again, Bill, I appreciate you coming up, sharing your story, man. I know things gonna work out for you and the old lady, man. It's gonna be all good. We're gonna come over, and you're gonna be able to come to Hink's house and have a barbecue. We're gonna throw some. We ain't gonna throw no dog on the grill, so don't look for no damn
bad boy.
Yeah.
That's wrote this report. Relation bad boy.
That's right. But tell her we can make some deviled eggs. You know what I'm saying? We could be deviled eggs gonna be a problem.
Oh, she love you. Let's go back over to Hinks. I don't understand, man. They love deviled eggs, dude. I don't think they ever eat mayonnaise. And I put the mayonnaise and pickle relish in there, and they were like, "Those are flavors. Like, what the heck? These are the best flavors in the world." And the paprika. Yeah, they love it.
Well, then if she likes that, she gonna love some good old the beef ribs or the pork ribs. I'm gonna throw on the grill.
Tim, that's one thing, man. I can't wait. That's why I want her to come over here so bad. Just to show her like stuff that that we don't think is important, but like food to them is like their number one like luxury item. Food, like if you just eat rice 3 times a day, food and stuff's like a luxury item to them. And I just want, like when we were in Hong Kong, she was going nuts, man, because everywhere was buffet. Like all the tourist places, I guess for tourists, they just do a variety of food. That way you ain't getting like having to eat something you don't like. They have like bring the menu out. You pick your main course off the menu, and then there's a buffet, like a salad bar, and then they always had shrimp and crab legs. And one night they had lobster tail. And then on the menu, you pick. I think they had like short ribs, a hamburger, or roast beef, and then you can get whatever else. And we ate like that for like a whole month. And when we left Hong Kong, that's all she talks about. I can't believe like the buffets and the food. Like I really want to go back to Hong Kong. Like all the foods, all the different foods. And I'm like, I can't wait till she comes. Yes, I'm just gonna take her to Golden Corral. She will be in heaven. Just go to Golden Corral and see all the foods setting out that you can just have. Help yourself. That's their only need in life.
Damn. Good stuff, man. Like I said, man, brother, I appreciate you coming up, man, and sharing your story, man. And I know it's going to work out for the best for you and the old lady. But with that being said, I'm going to get ready to get out of here, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all be easy. Right on.